in each topic. Okay, initial few classes it will be theory, later on it will be fully problems only. Okay, problems will be there. Okay, so please have a separate notebook for you, that will be useful for you. Okay, don't write in a sheet of paper and don't throw away, and don't simply depend upon the PPT alone. Okay, PPT is useful, okay, but it will not give up elaborated information. I will be explaining you in depth, but in the PPT it will be only one point will be mentioned there. Okay, so please have a notebook and please listen to the class and please make a note. Whatever I am saying, please make a note. Okay, so please take a notebook, and the subject code is 15 CSE 358. It's a natural language processing. It's a 3 credit. So course content yesterday only in the introduction class I have discussed, right? So the main concepts we'll be dealing with is first introduction part. We'll be dealing what is NLP, why we need NLP, why that NLP is hard, why it simply we can say that it's a human language, it is easy to understand, but what are all the difficulties we have in our language, whatever we are speaking, everything we will be learning about. That is the introduction part. Then with the main core part of the syllabus, first one is text processing. Given a large, here we'll be working only with the text data. Okay, so here in your syllabus you will be working only with the text data. Okay, that is how to process the text data. Okay, given a language, how to process that text data you will be learning on that. That is big. So that all introduction part you will be learning. So the first main part, text processing. So given a large, you will be taking one large corpus. In that corpus you will be working on it. Okay, corpus is nothing but the data. Okay, large set of data. Okay, then we will be learning about text processing. Various concepts in text processing I have discussed already in your introduction part, and everything will be dealing in depth. This is one part of the chapter. Language modeling is another part of the chapter. Parts of speech tagging is another part of the chapter. Morphology is another part. Syntax, semantics, finally application, all put together it is given as a 3 units in your syllabus. Okay, I will not be going as such in the order of the syllabus what is given. I will be going in the order which we have dealt from the last 5-6 years. Okay, so I have to handle the last semester also. We will be going the same pattern, same order. That is the order which we have to follow. But in your syllabus, if you see, directly they started with morphology. Without knowing text processing, we cannot start with morphology, finite state, automata and all. Okay, but everything will be covered. At the end, everything will be covered in a proper sequence, so that you will have a proper sequence of how the order goes. Okay, so if you want the textbook, please make a note of the textbook. This is the textbook which we are following, but no need to follow the textbook. Whatever material I am giving, that is more than enough. But if you want, you can look into the textbook also, because some students wants to read from textbook. So textbook, this is the textbook, and this 2 are the reference books. Okay, few contents will be taking from the reference book, and few that is that to first reference book is the main important thing, and this textbook all mainly focusing on this first textbook and this first reference books. 1 or 2 things will be taken from the second references. Later on, don't ask me what is the textbook to be followed. Please make a note of the textbook. Have you all noting down?
Ma'am.
I
think you have not shared your screen, ma'am.
Oh, then you should tell me, students.
We are able to see, ma'am. We are able to see.
No, we can see, ma'am.
What is this view? I shared only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can see, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I think it's my network. I'll join again, ma'am.
Okay, you remove, you come back and join again. Okay, disconnect and join again. So can you all able to see the screen, students, right? If you can't able to see or something, please tell me, because from other side I don't know. See, these are all the small things, because I am giving this because I don't want to start the main topic now, because after vacation we will start the main topics. Okay, this today's class and tomorrow's class I'll give introduction, and I'll tell you what are all the evaluation patterns, everything, projects, everything we'll discuss, and we'll give out the introduction part. Okay. So have you all note down the textbook? This is a textbook. This is available online, and reference book is also available in online. And this textbook's PPT only I am following it. As you know that PPT will not have the overall all the contents. I will be sharing the PPT and I will be explaining you in depth. That explanation part is there in your textbook. Okay. Can I move to the next slide? Have you all noted down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so evaluation pattern for this course is 70-30 only. You will be having quizzes. You will be having assignments. Okay, assignments is nothing but the problem assignments. It's not like an assignment topic which I will be giving and you will be solving. You will be writing after submitting. It is not like that. After every chapter is over, 1 hour is dedicated for an assignment hour, tutorial hour, that is problem solving hour. Some problems will be given. Within that half an hour, you have to solve that problem and you have to upload it in the assignment folder. Okay. So some quizzes will be there, some weightage of assignments will be there, and you will be having a midsem exam and you will be having one project at the end. Okay, and the project I will tell you how to do it and what is the evaluation pattern. So 70-30 is your evaluation pattern. 70 mark component includes the quizzes, some problem assignments, then followed by your projects and followed by your midsem. And your 30% is your end semester that you know already. 15 marks is your Viva and 15 marks is your end sem. Okay, so last semester what we have followed is we had 2 quizzes for 15 marks, 7.5 weightage, and we had 3 assignments for totally put together 20 marks, 6.66, 6.66, 6.68, and 15 marks is given for midsem and 20 marks is given for project. Okay, so this time based after the class committee meeting, we will decide and we'll let you know whether we have to follow the same pattern. Mostly it will be the same pattern, or I have to change some more weightage of project can be reduced and midsem can be increased. What they are telling, I'll let you know. Okay, this is the pattern which we have followed. So what components you will mainly have? You will have quizzes, you will have problem assignments, you will have project you have to do, and you have one midsem component. Okay, this is the main important thing, main components in your continuous assessment part. The COs, you have 4 course objectives. This is the main course objectives you will be learning. You will be concentrating in the NLP part. Okay, every topic either falls into CO1, CO2 or CO3. Or syntax, semantics when you are learning, that comes under course objective ones. When you are learning about the probabilistic model, okay, that is language model, comes under CO2. The last part, your projects and the various algorithms, comes under CO4, and the ambiguity problems, all this comes under course objective 3. This and all I am telling. Later on you don't tell that we don't know what is CO, what is there and all. So in the syllabus we have 4 COs, or the entire syllabus is mapped to any one of the COs. Okay, that and all is not required much. And this material, please make a note. Anyhow, this slides is, I will upload it there. This is the textbook PPT is available here in this website. Okay, and tools for your project is available here. There are many open source NLP tools are available. You can use any of the tools and you can do your projects. Okay, tell me if anybody wants anything to be discussed, you can ask me then and there. Any doubts? Somebody has muted. Any doubts, students? Textbook PPT is available in this link. And tools, NLP tools, regarding tools and all, I will be telling you later, not now. Okay, when it comes to project phase.
And computer system engineering aithe TOC ki continuation antra.
What is this? Somebody is telling.
Toolkit.
Next one is. Please mute yourself, students. Somebody is talking that computer language engineering is a continuation of TOS. That you can decide with your friends later. Please mute yourself here and you can talk whatever you want. It's disturbing others. So here there are many toolkits are available for doing a project that we will be discussing when the project phase comes. Okay, one of the main toolkit is NLTK toolkit, that also you can explore during your vacation time. And why I have giving all this is you can explore during vacation time. What is NLTK? It is a natural language toolkit. Okay, it is a leading platform for you can write up programs, Python programs to work on. This is mainly a toolkit which works on human language data. That is natural language. Natural language is what? Human language data. It's mainly a toolkit. There are many other toolkits are available. This is the basic toolkit which has all packages available to work on human language data. If you give a larger corpus, how to divide into tokens, there is a package available. How to divide into segments, sentences, already is available. How to find the root word, is there. How to give a tagging, already is available. So all is there. So when during your vacation time, you can explore this toolkit. Okay, put an NLTK toolkit. You can also install it and you can also explore what are all the packages, how it works. Small packages you can take, use some data set, and you find the output how it is working. Okay, so why I am telling is during your vacation you can explore all this. What is a toolkit? Because it will be helpful for your project also. Other than this, any other toolkit you want to use also you can use it, not a problem. But this is the main toolkit which will be working with in a natural language processing. This toolkit contains many packages to make the machine understand the human language and machine can reply according to the what user wants. Okay, it contains many libraries for classification, tokenization, stemming, tagging, parsing, semantics, everything. There are many number of packages are available. I will also discuss 1 or 2 classes. I will discuss by taking few packages and how to give an input to that package and how to get the output. If I give a sentence, how it is giving as a tokens. If I give a paragraph, how it is dividing into sentences by giving sentence dot tokenize. There are many packages are available. Okay, we will see all this. Okay, these are all the overview I am saying it. Next we will start with introduction part. So these are all the overviews. So I have told you what is the textbook you have to follow, evaluation patterns, and for the projects what is the main tool. So other than that you can also explore few more tools so that you can get an idea which tool you can use for your project. Okay. So after 3-4 classes, we can discuss about the project and title. You have to submit. I'll give some 1 week or 2 weeks time. You have to submit the title with an abstract. Okay, by forming a group. That and all we'll discuss after the vacation. Okay, once the students list gets finalized, we will decide. Okay. Okay, then we'll start with the introduction. From here, their syllabus starts. What is natural language? So here it's a natural language processing. First, we'll learn one after the other. What is natural language? Then we'll go for natural language processing. So can you tell me what is natural language generally? What is a natural language?
Ma'am, it's the usual language that we converse in. Like
Very-
maybe it could be our specific native language, or it could be something common like English, or this, which is with respect to the country.
Okay, so can you tell me what will be the natural language processing? Very good. That is a natural language is a normal language which people use to communicate their own language, native language. It can be an English common language, or it can be a Hindi, or it can be a Tamil, or any other languages, right? To communicate. Can you tell me what will be the natural language processing?
Making any system understand that kind of language that we use to converse with.
Okay, so we humans see, for example, what is your name, student? Who's
Ma'am, I'm Ritvik.
Ritvik. So Ritvik and me are conversing. So whatever, so we have some languages, right? We both are conversing with a common language called English. Okay. Yes or no? So similarly, other side instead of Ritvik, there is a system there. Okay. So I have to train the system. Whatever I am saying, see, if I ask you a query, Ritvik, what is your name? You are telling I am Ritvik, right? Yes or no? Similarly, on the other side, if the system is there, I have to train the system. So if I ask something in my own language, system has to respond. So if that, what is that type of application called? Anyone know what is the type? If I ask some question, system should give an answer for that. What type of, that is also in one type of NLP application. What type of application? Generally day to day voice assistant, chatbots, very good, chatbots. So I'll be training the system, right? So other side, instead of Ritvik, it is like a system is answering to me. Okay, so whatever language I am asking, it is responding to me in that language. Okay, so I have to train the system in such a way that is a natural language. I have to train the system like a human to answer, to respond like a human. Okay, chatbot is a very good example. It can be a general chatbot, or it can be a specific application specific chatbot. If it is a banking system, so I am training my system such a way that what will be the rate of interest for a housing loan. If I ask something, it is giving a response. Okay, so I am training it such as a specific application specific chatbot which is designed only for a banking system. Okay, or general chatbot you can design. That is one type of example I am giving it. Okay, so what is natural language? Before going to natural language processing, you should know what is natural language. Natural language is an everyday language that is used that where we can communicate, where the human used to communicate. That can be any type of their own languages. Okay, so it can be an English, Chinese, German, Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, whatever language, their own languages to communicate. So what is programming language then? See, this is making a system to understand, right? Yes or no? So it's the interaction between whom and whom? It's an interaction between?
It's an interaction between a human and a system.
Very good. Students, you should be very interactive. It should be an interaction between the student, interaction between the human and not students. I am telling here this interaction. It's an interaction between a human and the
System.
Computer.
system, computer. Very good. So human, in what language we are speaking?
Natural language.
Natural language. Other side, computer is there. Computer will understand in what language? Whatever we are speaking, whether computer will understand as such, it has its own language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Yes,
is that language?
Machine language.
Machine
By-
language or programming language. You will be writing the code, right? Later it will be converted into a machine form, machine code, and it will be executed, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that's why it's a second point. Is what is then what is programming language? Natural language is a language every day the human used to communicate with each other. Okay. So what is a programming language? What is programming
It
language?
has a very strict syntax.
You have a programming language Java, you have a programming language C, Python. So what is a programming language?
A set of instructions to the computer, how to work.
Very good. Programming language are used for developing the computer. See, I am telling something, system has to understand and it has to reply back. Chatbot. So I am telling something, system has to understand means the other side we human can able to understand, but making the system to understand, I have to write some code. So that code I have to write it in terms of some programming language. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So that programming language used for developing a computer programs which enable a computer to perform some operation. So whatever I am saying that has to be understood by the computer. So we have to write some code. That code which enable the computer, that code will perform some operation and it will give the result based on what is the question I have asked to the computer. So that is so you should know what is natural language and what is programming language. Okay. So next one. In the natural language, everybody is, you are also using an English language. I am also using an English language to converse with each other. Whether we both will be using the same way or in a different way.
We could be using differently, ma'am.
80% it may be same. See, if you want to express something, okay, the way you express something to do something will be different from the way I will express to do the same activity. I am asking you to do some activity, okay. So you are writing something. The way you are conversing will be different from the way I am conversing, but the content will be what? The main domain is what? Same. Yes or no? So that's why they have given millions or billions of people use certain language every day in a slightly different way, because everybody is not using a same way. Each one will be using a different way, but the different ways making the system to understand. Why I am telling is you are using different words to express the same meaning. I will be using the different words to express the same meaning, but system should understand the different ways that all are same. Okay, that is the main concept here, because millions of people are using the certain language, but every day, but it is slightly in a different way. If they are using in a different way, making the system to understand the difference is same, that is also a difficult problem. Okay, and also natural language, day to day, new words are arising. Yes or no? Shortcut words, new shortcut words are arising or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that natural language we cannot say this is the only words available. We can train the machine. Okay, see you. Okay, you are writing only you. That are all shortcut words. Some new words which is arising then and there. That's why in natural language we have thousands of different words, and new words are created on the fly, and which will add to complexity or which will reduce the complexity.
Increases the complexity.
Why the new words, they may ask, why the new words, adding a new words to the existing dictionary will create a complexity to the system? Why? Justify.
Ma'am, because each word must be embedded in terms of zeros and ones only. So the more number of words, the more zeros and ones. That's why.
No, not
there's more
more zeros and ones, not of that complexity. Making here in natural language, making the system, see you are writing for CU, what is the actual term? SEEYOU. But what you are writing now in social medias and all? A letter C followed by letter?
U.
So if I write CU, when I am writing and when you are seeing that message, human to human, we can able to interpret easily, it is CU. But whether system can able to understand CU is equivalent to CU?
No, ma'am.
No, so that is an important thing. So how to make so many difficulties are there to make the system to understand. Okay, see, I am writing in my chatbot, I am writing here, the system has to respond. When I am typing something or when I am telling something, system has to understand. So when I am telling a system 2 means how many 2s are available? Can you tell me?
TW or TOO.
TOO. So making the system which is a correct word on that particular context, that is also a task. Okay, speech to text. When I am speaking, when I am telling something TO, whether it will be converted text as TO or TWO or TOO, that is also a problem. Okay, so when I type something, so making the system to understand, different meanings are there, different words are there. Okay, different people are conversing in different ways in the same language. So there are many difficult problems arises to making a system to understand, to make a final this one product. Okay, so that's why the natural language has thousands of different words, and not only the thousands of different words are also a problem, and new words arises then and there, which will add to the complexity. And words what is the other main important thing is words have different meanings, depends upon the context. Yes or no? Each word can have different meaning. Can you give an example? A word have multiple meanings.
Orange.
Orange. Very good, very good. Orange, I am writing, it can be a fruit, it can be a
Color.
Color.
So if I tell orange, when we are telling that orange is a fruit which is orange in color, which is round in shape, it is sour in taste. So when we are discussing, we know that we are talking about the context of fruit. But how the system knows? If I give orange, system will take all different oranges. It may be taken as a color. So you have to identify whether it is a color, making the system to identify in that context, orange is a color or orange is a fruit. That is also a difficult task because words have different meanings. Any other example? That is, and we call it as ambiguity. A word has multiple meanings. So based on the context, which is a proper meaning on that particular context is also an important task. Can I give few more examples?
Book, ma'am.
Bat.
Bat, that list I have given yesterday. Okay, book and book. Okay, book can be a reading book or book can be
Booking an appointment.
booking a tickets, booking an appointment. Okay, so book, I want to book a ticket. Okay, so that book may be a book. I want to read a book. Okay, so book. We know book there means based on the previous words I'll be, or based on the context we humans can able to understand, but making the system to understand what is that book is also a difficult task. So this is, so here what is natural language, what are the problems we have in natural language, how it has to be taken care, handled in when you are making the system to understand the natural language. So these are all some language problems because we are different people are using the same language, but all are not using in the same way. Okay, they will be using in a slightly different way. Whatever you say converse will be different from what I converse. Okay, and they have thousands of words are there, and new words are also arising on the fly, which will add complexity, which makes the system to understand. We are not saying that only 20,000 words are there in English. With that, I can train my machine. No. In my corpus, there will be, when I am training my data machine with 20,000 words, there will be another 100 words, which new words, which will be there in my training data set. So that will create another complexity. And words, again, words, if you take each and every words present in my corpus, it will have multiple meanings. Okay, how to handle it. And again, if you take each word will have multiple parts of speech. If the word can be a verb or word can be a noun or adjective based on the context. Okay, that also has to be solved. So all these, how we are going to solve it, we will be seeing. Okay. So that is what is natural. So here we have seen what is natural language and what is the difference between a natural language and a programming language. So now what is the exact definition which we have seen in that introduction class. So an automated system, a natural language processing is a system which is capable of processing and analyzing the text data. Okay, so what is NLP? The definition is, this is the proper definition. Shortcut definition is this one, which is process and analyze the text data. If you want to give an in-depth proper definition, this is the exact definition. Natural language processing is concerned with the interaction between whom and whom, interaction between the computers and the humans. Okay, human language. Computer will understand the computer programming language only. Interaction between the computer and the human language, in particular, how to program the computer. We have to program the computer to process and analyze large amount of human language data. That is a natural language data. Okay, so in short, if you want to say how we have to make a program in a computer so that the computer can process and analyze. What is the input given to the computer? What is the input given to the computer?
The collection of words.
Natural language.
Natural language. Okay, our user natural language is given as an input to the system. We have to train the system such a way that it will analyze whatever we are telling and it has to respond it back. Okay, can you tell me few applications now? So now you know what is NLP, right? Can you tell me few examples so that those examples can be taken as a project? Anyone can do chatbot as a project. Okay, that is few applications you have to identify and you have to take up as a project. You have to train the machine such a way that whatever user you are telling, that has to respond it back. Okay, so they are see last year they have done for traffic management system. What is the fine? If you cross the signal, I am asking a question. Chatbot will respond. The fine is 2,000 and it has to be paid during this month. Okay, so you have to train a system such a way that whatever we are asking, it has to respond it back. Okay, so can you tell me few applications now?
Something like Google's autocomplete.
One at a time. Something told Google.
The autocomplete feature, something like that.
Very good. That is very good. Auto completion feature means, can you give an example? I want all the application from you. I don't want to take up my own applications. I want to hear some new applications. Every time I am taking the old applications only. So auto completion task. What is auto completion task? Tell me. See, even if it is wrong, I will not scold. I will not do anything. I want something from you all. Basic. If you are not understanding the basics, simply if I teach something, it is waste.
Ma'am, like how whenever we try to type something on Google, let's say how to bake something. So after bake, we would get a lot of options, search queries like cake, brownie, or something like that. So you can autocomplete or queries like that.
So okay, can you tell me how you are getting a related word after baking means cooking? So it is baking means it may be a cake or something, sandwich or something. It will be like this, right? So how you are getting the exact words? Why it is not bake cricket? Why cricket is not coming? Why match is not coming?
Like
why bat is not coming?
Like how you had mentioned before, there is certain, like, apart from just encoding words, we need to understand and encode the syntaxes as well. Syntaxes and context.
Trained the machine. You have trained the machine in such a way that whenever I type a word, it depends upon the previous word or previous 2 words or previous 3 words.
Yes, no, context and semantics.
Context. That's why we call it as language modeling. So what model you are taking, what language you are working on. So that's why we call it as n-grams, 2 grams. For example, I want to bake. How many words are there? I want to bake. 4 words are there. So 4 gram model. So previous 4 grams, it will take bake and I want to 2 and bake, it will check. Along with that word probability, it will check. So whichever has the highest probability, next word can be what is the possible combination, it will list. That's why it is not listing cricket or something. So already you have trained the machine such a way that auto query completion, that we call it as what? Automatically query completion. When you type something, immediately it is listing something, and whatever it is listing, whether it is related to the word what you have typed or it is unrelated words, you'll be getting it. Very good. You are getting a related words. That's why you are trained a machine so that these are all the possible options. Among this, which possible option? I want to play. So if I type I want to play, what are all the options you will be getting it? Whether I want to play cake is coming? No. I want to play football. I want to play cricket. I want to play tennis. All these will come. So based on the previous words, I want to play, it will be taking. So any other example? Application. So one is
ma'am, even the works like that. Like without even typing, if we type one word and automatically suggestions come, and then using up arrow and then enter, we can actually complete the sentence without even typing anything.
Yeah. That's
even
right. See, even if you type one word, there are millions of sentences are there trained, but it is giving only a list of sentences, right? Only a group of sentences, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can carry on, I guess, based on the individual's most used words. The WhatsApp autocomplete works.
Yeah. That's why auto-completion is one of the examples. That is unigram. You can take one word. You can take bigram. You can take trigram. If you take unigrams, your probability of occurrence will be more. If you take bigram, trigram, etc., you will be getting only a small possible options for to fill up your query. Okay, if you take a unigram, you will be getting many options. If I type only I want to eat, I want to play, I want to, many things will be there. Okay, I want to play. Till there, if I type, then I have come to a particular thing that I am in a playing state. Okay, so what I have to play, only that options will come. Cricket or football or volleyball or something. Okay, so that's why Ngram models. You will be learning that also as one chapter. Okay, any other application? So auto query completion is one.
Smart assistants, ma'am.
Smart assistants, good.
And semantic.
One
NLP
at
can
a
be used in security also for filtering out the normal traffic and the malicious traffic.
very good. Like a spam and ham.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in Gmail, you are getting a spam mail, right? How it is going to automatically to a spam folder?
Actually, it has been already trained with the spam and non-spam mails before.
Very good. Text classification. You will be classifying either spam, two labels will be there.
And
okay.
even when we are browsing any websites, in that also it can be trained.
You can train. That is also can be trained. That all comes under, that is the text classification you will be applying. Mainly you will be applying text classification to classify whether it comes under this category or that category. Okay. One example is security purpose, then spam detection. Then
the same works with movie reviews also, no, ma'am. The text classification,
see,
like using
reviews, sentiment analysis, all reviews you can take it. Okay, movie reviews, hotel reviews, Amazon, anything. Sentiment analysis also. What is sentiment analysis?
To understand the context of what it is, ma'am, like the correct meaning of the sentence, because there can be various meanings for one particular sentence.
No. What is sentiment analysis? You will be giving a score and you'll be see there are.
It's the emotion behind a particular sentence.
See, one minute, mute yourself. See, I see there is a new movie launched. Okay, or new phone launched last month. Okay, so there will be many reviews which will be there in your Twitter and Facebook. Okay, so whether I'll be sitting all the reviews and I'll be reading each and every review and I'll be doing it and I have to analyze whether that product is good or not. I want to buy that phone. See, last month one new phone has been launched in Apple and I want to buy that phone, but there are so many reviews in Twitter and Facebook and all these are there. Okay, and whether I'll be sitting and reading all the reviews or how I can take it within a second. Sentiment, what is sentiment analysis? It will take all the reviews and it will give a one line comment whether it is good to buy that product or bad to buy that product. Okay, it will perform some analysis. Or if you want product where there is each and every cameras separately, each and every thing separately you want to analyze also, you can analyze. Or you want to analyze the product as a whole also, you can analyze. Or you can compare 3 products and you can tell which is better also by giving a just summary of that. Okay, taking all the reviews and giving some polarity. Okay, if it is good means this is positive review, this many person has given a positive. It will give a, out of 100 reviews I have collected, this many students, this many people has given a positive opinion on this product, this many student has given this many person has given a negative opinion of this product, and these many persons has given a neutral opinion. They didn't tell that it is good or bad, they are telling it is okay. Or based on the camera wise, I want to find out, okay, whether the camera quality is good or not. Separately, opinion. Okay, for each and everything opinion I can take. This is also called as opinion mining. Okay, opinion about a product, opinion about the movies. Okay, so that also can be done. So you can have a final summary. This many reviews I have collected, this many has given a positive, this many has given a negative, and this many has given a neutral. Okay, and based on the product and each and every component wise, if you want to give, if you take a phone battery, how many are giving a positive review? For a camera, how many is giving a positive review? Okay, for the usage lifetime, how many is giving a positive review, negative review? Like that also you can see. Any other? So sentiment analysis is one example. Any other thing? So you have to train your machine. So when I give a sentence, it is good, camera is good, but the quality is bad. So what is it? It's representing a positive or negative? Camera is good, but somebody will write like this, right? It is so good. That means what? They are telling it is bad also. Yes or no? Different ways. Yes, different ways. So you have to train your machine such a way that you have to analyze all these inputs and you have to tell whether it is a positive or negative. Okay, not good. By seeing a word good, we cannot say it is a positive review, because before good there is a negation. It is not good. So that also has to be considered. So there are so many ways to consider, and the sentiment analysis also a one example. Any other example?
Translate.
typing, ma'am.
That is also one. Then one more, who is telling somebody?
Translators.
Job alerts based on our
One at a time. Tell me, one can start. Okay, you think
job
of
alerts, ma'am. Job alerts.
okay, job alerts. Then so these all you please keep in your mind and take some new topics for your project and you please analyze. Okay, train your machine and you have to come up with the projects. Okay, so why I am asking some new applications are these are all the ideas to give for your project selection for the title. Okay, don't ask me, ma'am, what title I can choose, or don't put it in the Google and don't ask NLP projects. It will give only the chatbots, everything. Try with some new things. Okay, where it can be, you can train your machine and it will give some results. Sentiment analysis is a 10 years old thing. Every time, every batch they will do one with sentiment movie analysis, one with sentiment with a mobile phone, one with Amazon. Don't do that. Okay, try with some new things. Okay, even if you are doing a small thing, that is fine. Try with a new technology, to new ideas, new applications. Okay. Okay, next one, what is the goal of the NLP? The ultimate goal, that is the final goal is what? To teach the computer to understand the language to extend what a human can understand. If we both are conversing, how we both are easily understanding, even if there is any shortcuts or any words we are using, unusual words we are using also, how we are understanding. Similarly, we have to teach the computer in all possible situations to understand the language to the extent what we, a human, can understand. Okay, when this is achieved, when we can able to train the machine to that extent, then a computer system will able to understand whatever we say, it can able to understand and it can able to draw some inference. What is inference? If that is achieved, then we can make a system to understand. Draw inference means, what is inference?
Conclusion.
Conclusions. Okay, that is a draw inference, that is some outputs. Summarizes that, translate it, we can do translate, and generate accurate human language, human text and languages. It also will generate, like our humans, how we are responding. If I ask something to you, you are responding. Similarly, it also will respond accurate natural human text and languages. That is the ultimate goal of the natural language processing. Okay, that's the last step. The ultimate goal of a natural language processing is to develop the computer that can understand the natural language. Okay, there are two goals. This, I think we can start from the next class. Okay, these two goals I will tell you. There are two goals generally. That is a fundamental goal and engineering goal. Fundamental goal is, that is a broad understanding, making a system to deep understanding of the broad languages. That is the fundamental goal. Once the system understands the language, what is our engineering goal? What is our engineering goal? If you want to develop a project, what is your role as an engineer? If you want to develop a project, what are the steps involved? What are the steps involved, students? Can you try, right? If I am asking you to do one project, library management system, what is your
first idea?
Very good, idea, analysis, collect all the requirements. Then, see, you want to construct a house. Assume that you want to construct
print and then we build it.
Very good. So first you will be collecting all the requirements, right? How much area you want to build, how many labors you want, when you will be completing, how much cost. That analysis you will be doing, right, initially? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, an engineering goal, you want to build you are an engineer, your engineering goal, you want to build a house, take an application like that. So first thing is an analysis. Once all this is done, you will be doing a blueprint. That blueprint we call it as a design, some diagrammatic representation, how your house look like. Then you will be implementation is what? You will be constructing the house. Once it is constructed, you will be testing whether it is coming properly or not. Okay, that we call it as an engineering goal. So there are goal, what is our main goal? To teach the computer to understand the language to the extent how a human can understand. So that it is divided into two parts. One is a fundamental goal and another is the engineering goal. Engineering goal is, first we have to deep understanding of the broad language. System should understand the deep understanding of what are all the words. See, if you have a word called buy, buying, brought, bring, bringing, all these comes under the root word called what? Sorry, not buy, bring, brings, brought, bringing, all these comes under the root word what?
Buy.
Not buy, bring, I am saying. See, I have a word, bring, brings, bringing, brought, There are different combination of words in my corpus like this. So all these words comes with the, what is a common root word in English?
Bring.
Bring. That deep understanding you should have. What are the words available? Which are all the words comes with the common root word? Like that you have to understand. That is a fundamental goal. Once that fundamental goals are identified, broad language about your language is understood, then you have to design your system such a way that you have to analyze, design and implement and test it such a way that it will work properly to respond to the humans. Okay. So this goal, there are two goals, fundamental goal and engineering goal. Fundamental goal is deep understanding of the language, and the engineering goal is once the language is understood by the computer, the basic things are identified, then you can start implementing to make the system understand. That is the main goal of a NLP. Okay. From why NLP we'll see from next class. Okay. Okay, students. Can we leave? So today's class I have given only the introduction. I have not still started. I have told what is natural language, what is programming language, why we need natural language, what are all the problems we will have in natural language. Simply natural language we cannot train the system as such. We'll have some natural problems, and what is the goal of natural language processing, and a few applications I asked from you. Okay, so these are all the things we have discussed. From next class we will discuss the applications and why NLP is hard. We'll go into it. Okay. If you want, somebody wants to say something. Shahana, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I had a doubt. If we have a letter, handwritten letter, the letter is a post office wala letter, not a single alphabet letter. That letter, if we have and if we scan it to get the handwritten one into the text, is that natural language processing or is it image processing?
Handwritten text. See, you want to make a system to understand. See, I am speech to text, text to speech. That and all is the natural language. Okay, making a system to understanding and giving it to the system is not a natural language, right? How you are making a system to understand? I have something. I am telling something, speech to text. Whatever I am telling, it should be written in words in the computer. Understood? Okay. Yes, see, I am telling something. See, there are people, blind people who can't able to write. They are telling something. Okay. And that has to be written in the system. So we are making a system, we are developing a system in such a way that what speech to text. Okay. So that case, what are the problems here arise? We are telling two, I am telling two. That may be TO students, others, if you want, you can leave students already 9:23. It can be TO2 or it can be TOO2 or it can be TWO2. So in what context he is speaking? So when that system types that word based on the previous words, it has to analyze whether it is TO, TO, WO, TOO. All these are the problems you'll be facing it.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Or I have a text. Blind people can't able to read. It has to be given as a voice, text to voice conversion. Okay. Text to speech, whatever is written has to be given as a oral speech. Okay, in the form of speech terms.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Can you all leave, students?
Ma'am, what are the prerequisites for this course, ma'am, like max and all?
Max and all you have learned already, right? CFG, context-free grammars, you have learned in TOC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Context-free grammar will be there, and finite state automata also you have learned in this one, right?
I have learned, ma'am.
That's right. Before prerequisite is already you have learned. Whatever you have learned in the previous semesters only is there. There is no new subject which has to be learned for this.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, ma'am.
Okay, because when they are given an elective, they will make sure that that elective's prerequisite is already learned by the students or not. If they are giving an advanced database management system as an elective, they make sure that whether the student has learned DBMS or not. Then only you can go for ADBMS. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that like that, this prerequisite, when they are choosing an elective in this semester, they will make sure that whether that prerequisite is already done or not. Okay. I think here that is no much prerequisite. Here you need only one part in morphology. You will be having finite state automata, and in context-free grammar, which already you have learned in TOC. TOC you have learned that also basics, not in depth. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah. I have a class for second hour also. Tell